I'm next Sarah Paulson. Guys, you're looking at the next Sarah Paulson. You're looking at her, okay? Hey, what's up, internet fam? How are you guys doing? I'm doing really well. This week has been a good week, and I don't know if you have saw my last video, but it was a very vulnerable one, and one that kind of surprised me a little bit about my reaction, but I feel really happy with how it turns out, and I just want to thank you guys so much. If you watched the video and commented, your comments were just so freaking sweet, and I honestly appreciated them so much, more than you could ever imagine. So thank you so much for commenting. And so I thought, since last video was more open and you got to know a little bit more about me, I thought, why don't we do another video kind of like that? So I'm just gonna be answering some questions about relationships and dating and stuff like that, and just be open with you guys, and we'll just go from there, So if you're new, hi, my name is Ren, and I make LGBTQ content, lifestyle thrown in, and apparently now some relationship dating things. So, we're just rolling with it. If you are enjoying it, if you like it, then I'm gonna roll with it, okay? So if you haven't, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another one of my videos. I post every single Wednesday for you guys. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I guess we're just gonna start. I have some questions here, and we're just gonna start just answering them. And if you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave them down in the comments for me. And maybe I'll make another video of questions that you guys personally want to ask me or want to know about me. If you'd want to do that, yeah. So here we go. First question. What is your current relationship status? Well, if you watched my last video, you would know I am single. And I have always been single. I've never been in a relationship. Since my last video, you'd know this. So yeah. Second question. What is the longest relationship you've been in, and are you still with that person? Well, yeah. If you saw my last video, you will know I have never been in a relationship. So my longest relationship is 0 minutes, 0 seconds, and 0 days, okay? And no, and I'm not with anybody, so I'm not still with that person. Do you remember anything about the first time you kissed another girl? I do actually remember that. It was actually my first kiss. So my first kiss was with a girl, and it was when we were about 13, 14, give or take. So in middle school, I had a sleepover, and there was 3 of us. So there was me, my friend, and our mutual friend, and she was taking a shower, and yeah, me and her made out in our friend's bed while she was in the shower. So that was my first kiss with a girl, my first kiss. And yeah, how did I feel after that kiss? Terrified, actually. Very terrified. It was definitely scary for me. So yeah. I do remember it though, but it was terrifying. Okay, next one. Are you a virgin? If not, what gender did you lose your virginity to? Okay, I am not a virgin. I lost my virginity probably about 21, 22, I think. And it was with a girl who was a couple years older than me. I think she was 28 and I was 21, 22, something like that. Okay, next question. What is your ideal first date? Oh geez, my ideal first date? Dates terrify me. I have anxiety pretty bad, which is probably something that people can notice of kind of like how I talk, say I stutter, I'm very animated. Yeah, I have a lot of anxious energy just in general with me. So I'm not like a chill person, I feel like, ever. I'm very, you know, high strung, I guess you could say. So dates are terrifying for me. So when I'm anxious, like I don't want to eat. I have an anxious stomach and I don't want to eat. So I would never want to have my first date with somebody, or my second date probably, or my third date. Probably not the beginning dates where we have to eat, because I will not want to eat. And then I will feel awkward because I'm not eating and they're eating, and be like, why aren't you eating? And be like, girl, like my stomach is tore up from the floor up with anxiety. So yeah, I think my ideal date would probably be maybe coffee or tea or something like that, or drinks, like just hanging out. Nothing like with too much pressure with eating and stuff like that. I don't want to do that. That's too much for me. Something that has to do with drinks. And you know, you don't want to explain yourself like, oh hey, I have really bad anxiety, so I don't want to eat. It's like, no, like that's too much. I don't want to do that. Let's just go have some types of drinks, okay? What personality trait are you most attracted to? Ooh, personality trait that I'm most attracted to. I honestly think I have like something towards like strong, confident women. Like women that can like say stuff, speak their mind, and like be strong, because I'm, like I said, I'm a super anxious person and I'm very shy and timid and I don't really speak my mind, and I probably, yeah, I'm a pushover. So I just love when I see women who are just like so strong, and like I'm just like, oh my god, like, cause like I think like, oh, you know, if we go out or something and something happens wrong, like I'm not gonna say something. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, you did something wrong to my food or something. I'll just be so nervous, and she'll be like, oh hey, excuse me, you know, she'll take lead, and I'd be like, she's like protecting me and like speaking out for me. Like, oh, I just love like outspoken, like, but not mean, because I'm very sensitive, so I wouldn't want somebody to be like mean, but respectful, but also like strong, that they can, you know, speak up for themselves. And maybe, you know, maybe speak up for me if I can't do it myself. Okay. How flirty are you? Oh, how flirty am I? Probably not at all. I'm a terrible flirt. I'll link the video of my story time video that I did about telling you guys how much of a terrible flirt I am. Yeah, I'm not a very good flirt. Would you ever want to get married? If not already. Do I ever want to get married? No, I don't want to get married. It's not really something that I ever thought like, oh, I want to get married. I'm not a very traditional person. I think all of that is just, I don't care for that. I mean, if I really cared for somebody and she was like, I don't know, maybe I'd buy her a ring. But the whole wedding thing seems like a lot, and I don't know. I could change my mind. I'm only 28. I could change my mind when I'm like 38, but I don't know. Right now, no, I don't want to get married though. Do you want to have children someday? No, I don't want to have children. At all. If the only like scenario that I have in my mind would be if cause since I like older women, if I was dating somebody or in a relationship with somebody that already had a child, that is the only like child way I think I would ever have a kid, was if I was with somebody that already did have one. And I'm okay with that. I love children. I really do. I just don't see it as being in my cards. So no, I don't want children. Would you ever want to give birth? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was front row and center when my sister gave birth. Front row and center. I was 100% sure I didn't want kids. Front row and center. I am now 1,000,000 trillion times sure I don't want to have children after being front row and center for that. Thank you very much. Next question. How often are you asked if you have a boyfriend? Not that often, honestly. I'm pretty antisocial, so I don't I don't really like hang out with a bunch of people. So, and the people that I do hang out with already know me, so they don't have to ask me that question because they already know. So honestly, I don't get asked that question very often. Have you ever liked or dated a girl with the same name as you? I have not, but I wouldn't care if they had the same name as me. That wouldn't be like a deal breaker for me, but no, honestly, I haven't. Have you ever dated a guy? If you count like middle school, which I kind of don't, so no. I did go to the movies with a boy when I was like 13, 14, so that might be counted as like a date. And it was like, he was into motocross, and it was like a motocross movie that I had absolutely no interest in. And he like wanted to hold my hand. And by this time I'd already like had my first kiss with a girl, and I just wasn't feeling it at all. And I think like when he was trying to like hold my hand and be like sweet with me, that's when I just like knew like this was not working out, and I am not interested in boys. Have you ever had a crush on a straight girl? Oh my God, yes, more times than I would like to admit, but yes, I have. And if you go and watch my last video I did, I will tell you all about that, so I'm not gonna rehash that. Have you ever had a crush on a woman who's significantly older than you? Yes. Yes, I have. And most of the time, I actually do like women that are quite older than me. I love me some oldies. I love them. I love me some mature women. Mwah, mwah, chef's kiss. I love them. They are my, they're my thing. I love them. Like I said in my last video, I'm the next Sarah Paulson. Guys, you're looking at the next Sarah Paulson. You're looking at her, okay? Yeah, so to answer your question, yes. I love the older women, and I would date them for sure, 100%. 100%. So, yeah, there was some more little questions for you guys about kind of like relationships and dating and stuff like that. So yeah, if you have any other questions for me, like I said, leave them down below or write to me on Instagram or anything like that. And maybe if I get enough, I can make another video for you guys about questions that you specifically want to know about me. And I mean, you can get into detail if you want. I'm pretty open-minded here. So I would try my best to answer all your questions, even if I don't quite remember, because I have a terrible memory. I'm sorry, guys. I have a terrible memory. So if I do remember that far back into like my early lesbian self, I mean, I will answer them and try my best. So yeah, leave them down below. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Again, thank you so much for my last video. It means just so much to me, the sweet comments and some DMs that I got from you guys. It was really sweet. So yeah, that is all I have to say. And I hope you like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget the bell notification so you don't miss any of my videos, guys. Okay, that's all I have to say. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next week. Mwah.